recording here. All right. So you're going to be on your back, soles of your feet together. If you had a block and you wanted to use it, you could put it underneath your upper back. If not, just leave it off to the side. So soles of the feet together, arms out by your side. Closing the eyes here. We'll just take a couple moments to come into the space. Couple deep breaths here. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And taking that time just to shift gears from whatever you were doing. Could have been work, rest, a lot of different things happening here. Just gonna pull up a little quote. I actually read this one last week, I believe it was last week, but it always rings true, especially now when we have to really turn in and harness that strength to stay somewhat productive during a challenging time. So this is called Don't Quit. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high and you want to smile but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must but don't you quit. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns. And many a failure comes about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up though the pace seems slow, you may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And you can never tell just how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worse that you must not quit. For all the sad words of tongue or pen, the saddest are these, it might have been. So keeping that close, we'll all remember that we're not going to quit here. And now I want you to take your knees and bring them together and take your feet as wide as the mat. And we're gonna do some knee drops. So you're gonna let one knee drop in and then switch to the other. This is actually a little bit similar to what we did on Tuesday. Just letting that front hip stretch. Go one more on each side. From here, you're going to bring your knees into your chest and just rock gently side to side. We're going to do a happy baby. Grabbing for your feet or ankles. If you were in class yesterday, maybe you're a little bit sore. I definitely am. Extend your legs straight up to the ceiling. And we're going to reach for the toes. So as you exhale, I want you to curl up, reach for your ankles. Inhale, lower, and exhale, curl up. Inhale down, exhale up. Two more, nice and slow and controlled. Last one here. Good, lower down. You're gonna bring your arms by your side. This next thing definitely depends on your range of motion, so go slow. We're gonna move in and out of what is plow pose. So if you wanna just watch for one, I'm gonna lift, maybe tap my toes, pause, and then slowly lower my back to the ground. So go ahead and start. You don't want to look around here. Keep your neck straight. You're working not to use momentum. As we get a little stretch through the back and the spine, pushing your arms down into the floor to help you here. Exhaling lifts the hips. One more of these. And now grab underneath your knees and begin to rock and roll forward and back. We're going to do a few. On this next one, pause when you sit up. Try not to lower the legs for a second. Maybe reach your arms up. We'll hold for 3, 2, and slowly lower the legs. Roll over them, and we'll come to hands and knees for cat and cow. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhale as you take your gaze forward, and exhale, curl the spine and round. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, press away. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. One more. Good. From here, bring your knees together, turn the hands out slightly. We're going to do some lateral hip circles now. So you're going to come all the way out to the right, back to your heels, over to the left, back around. Everything you do in the next hour should feel good on your body. So make sure you're really checking in. One more this direction. Change sides. Really exaggerate the movement. Now you're in the comfort of your own home. So anything you didn't feel comfortable being in a class, you really have nothing to worry about. All right, very nice. Next, we're going to thread the needle. So I want you to take your left hand, thread it to your right till your left shoulder comes down and your ear comes down. From here, if you can, reach your right arm up towards the sky, and we'll hold here several breaths. Release your right hand down. Press back up to all fours. Take your left arm, thread it to the left. Bring your right shoulder down. And inhale, reach your left arm up. You're even pushing your right arm down to the ground to get more of a twist and rotation through your upper back. One more breath here. And exhale, release. We're going to lift the knees now and walk your hands back, coming into ragdoll pose. So this is a forward fold here. So I want you to have a little bit of a bend in the knees. Don't lock it out. Let your body just hang down. Maybe grab for opposite elbows as you sway side to side. Good. Now from here, I want you to release your left hand down to the ground, straighten your right leg, and reach your right arm up. Keep your shoulders out of your ears, drawing away and down the back. Release that. Right hand down, right knee bends, straighten the left, turn and reach. I'm using a lot of strength here, so I'm not sinking down into my hand. Maybe you're even on your fingertips if you want a little extra length. Good, release. And then from here, we're just gonna roll all the way up to standing and then step to the top of your mat. We're gonna do some sun salutations now. So feet together to touch. Shine your hands forward. On your inhale, reach your arms up. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, and we'll take a side bend over to the right. On your inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center, back bend. Reach your fingertips back as you gaze back. Exhale through center, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. And we'll slow it down this first round. Plant your hands and step to plank. Now before you lower down, shift forward over your fingertips. Bend your elbows as you lower all the way to the ground. Untuck your toes. Push your feet into the ground. Hug your heels together and peel your chest up off the ground. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes, lift your knees. Inhale, press up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good, take 3 breaths here. Good, in and out through the nose. Every time you come back to down dog, you're resetting yourself here. So that flow that we just did with the side stretching and back bend will be part of our Sun A as we go forward here. So on your inhale, I want you to bend your knees and gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump your feet, top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, center, side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, back bend, gaze up and back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands through the heart and fold. Inhale, lift halfway. One more, slow down. Plant the hands, step to plank. Okay, shift forward, bend the elbows lower. This time we'll deepen the back bend, press into the feet and hug the heels in. Press into the hands now. Shoulders are down and back. And now push into the tops of the feet and lift the hips, rolling over, downward facing dog. 3 breaths again. The bottom of your exhale, bend the knees, gaze forward, step or jump, top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, and exhale, fold down. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, center, and exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, back bend, hips forward. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, step or jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, lift your right leg up. If you have room and you want to, you can bend your knee, take your foot over, coming into a wild thing, back bend. If you don't, just hold there. We'll come right back. We're back to a one-legged down dog. And as you exhale, step forward, low lunge, bring your left knee down to the mat now. Inhale, reach your arms up. Both arms reaching up, lunge forward. Let that left hip shift forward. Now grab your wrists and side bend to your right. Again, only go as deep as you can here. Let the hips continue to sink forward. And now release the fingertips to the mat, half split. You're gonna push back, straighten your right leg, pull your toes up, and fold forward. And you might be up here, and that's okay. You're looking to have a straight back, so you don't want to be rounded here. So you might have to bend your front knee a little bit. on your inhale, I want you to shift forward again. Reach your arms up. And now I want you to take your right hand back. Your left fingertips will stay reaching forward. We're going to add a little back bend. So depending on your flexibility, mobility, you might touch the ground. So your right fingertips lean back. Maybe they touch the ground as you reach your left arm up and back. If not, you might just be hovering off the ground here. And one more breath. And now bring both hands to the ground. Step back to downward facing dog. Left side, lift your left leg up if you have the room and did on the other side. Bend the right knee. If not, you would just hold here, getting that nice stretch. If you did, you're gonna pivot, drop your foot, and reach up. Again, teaching from my condo to your condo house, coming back around. I have no idea what everyone's, I know it's tight for me too, but I thought we'd try it, and for some of you maybe it worked and others not so much. All right, kneeling warrior. So shift forward, a little deeper than that 90-90, reach the arms up. Grabbing on your wrist, you're gonna now bend to the left. Pulling on the wrist, you're gonna feel that stretch all the way down the right side of the body here. So you're actively lengthening. Bring your hands to the mat, half splits, shift back, pull your toes up. Fold forward as much as you have access to. Now shift forward again. Reach the arms up, and then right fingertips stay forward, left fingertips go back. And now maybe the left fingertips come to the ground as you reach up. You will see this again throughout class in a different way. Coming forward, hands down, downward facing dog. Good. Take a few breaths here, resetting. Moving on to a sun bee flow. Step your right foot in between your hands. Crescent lunge, rise up. So now we're in that high lunge, deep bend in your front knee. We'll pause here and really find the strength you have in the legs, staying on the ball of the back foot so that heel's off the ground. From here, we're gonna twist just like you did a second ago. Left fingertips forward, right fingertips back. Turn your chest to the right, maybe gaze over towards your right thumb. Now you're gonna take your right hand towards your left hamstring and left fingertips up into this back bend. Same idea as on the floor. And your inhale, warrior two, open up. I'm gonna spin around here. So if you need to spin around to see me too, you can. We wanna level out the hips here. Good, reach through the fingers. Strengthen the legs, the arms. Now straighten your front leg. Inhale, reverse triangle. Reach up and back. And exhale, extended side angle. Rebend your front knee. Bring your right arm down. Left arm either reaches straight up to the ceiling or you reach it over your head, turning your chest and gazing right up to the ceiling. You're pressing your arm into your front leg, opening that knee. One more breath here. And now from here, you're gonna pivot. Hands are going on either side of your right foot. Step back to plank, lower, bend the elbows. Inhale, press up, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good, take a breath here as we get set up for the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step through low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise up. Pause here. Find that strong stance with the legs as you reach up through the fingertips. And now we're gonna twist, right fingers forward, left fingers back. Gaze over your left thumb. Hug your thighs together for balance. Keep that hugging action, core control as you lower your left hand to the right. Reach your right arm up, maybe gaze up. One more breath in. Spin around, open, warrior two pose. Just take a second to set up. Nice bend through that left knee. Reach out through the fingertips. Try and lift the arches of your feet off the ground and notice what that feels like. Now straighten the front leg and reach up and back. And as you exhale, extended side angle. Coming down. Top arm either stays straight up or reach it over your head. One more breath in. And on your exhale, pivot, hands around your front foot, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana, lower down halfway, inhale, press up, and exhale, downward facing dog. Good, take several breaths here. We are gonna flow through that. So one breath to each movement here. All right. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise up. Exhale, twist to your right, gaze back. Inhale, back bend, reverse, gaze up. Exhale, open, warrior two pose. Inhale, straighten, reverse, triangle. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, hands to the mat. Exhale, chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Crescent lunge, rise up. Exhale, revolve. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, open, warrior two pose. Inhale, straighten, gaze up and back. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, pivot, hands to the ground. Step back, shift forward as you lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Once more through. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, shift forward, step forward. Crescent lunge, rise. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, open, warrior two. Inhale, straighten and reach. Extended side angle, forward and down. Inhale, hands to the mat. Exhale, step back and lower. Upward facing dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Once more with the breath, maybe you remember it all by heart. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Crescent lunge, rise. Exhale, revolve. Inhale, back bend, left arm down, right arm up. Open up, warrior two pose. Straighten your front leg, reach up and back. Rebend your front knee, extended side angle. Inhale, hands to the mat. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Good, bring the knees to the ground. Take a second here, maybe grab a sip of water. We are going to do some core work and do a little bit of handstand hopping and jumping. Get your heart rates up a little bit more. Again, anything that I do is not 100% mandatory or necessary, so feel free to adjust my offerings, okay? The first two everyone should be able to do, unless you have an injury. All right, so you're gonna come into a plank pose, so you can join me now. We're gonna do plank reaches. So I'm gonna be in my plank pose, and I'm gonna slowly reach one arm forward, slowly reach the other. Okay, we're getting ready for, this is good for anything, but especially for handstands, really forcing us to focus on keeping the body tight and neutral. 4 more. Really focus on keeping your pelvis drawing down. Last 3. Don't arch the low back. 2 and 1. Good. Just take a second. The next thing we're going to do is an extended plank. So, again, another really important thing is you don't want to be arched when you're doing this. So, I want to take my tailbone down and pull the belly up, and then don't let this go. Okay, so I'm going to start in a plank position. Keep that squeezing, and now walk your hands out as far as you can. And we're going to hold together for 10, 9, 8, 7. Draw the belly away from the ground. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put your knees down. Great work. We're going to come onto the back for some hollow body rocks. I'll show you a few options here. So, again, this is not a beginner exercise. However, if you bend the knees, it's going to be a bit easier than if you keep your legs straight. So, in the hollow body position, my focus is to keep my body in this banana shape the whole time. So a couple options here are with the knees bent, I'm going to come up and rock. Notice I'm not moving my legs, so I'm not pulling my knees. And then if you want to try the full variation, you're going to extend the legs forward. So I want you to do 15 rocks on your own. 15 rocks. Knees bent or straight. You're not moving the legs as much as you're keeping that same position and just moving everything together. Once you do 15, I'm going to have you come to hands and knees, and then some of you I can see you, so then I'll know when we're done. Nice. I like it, guys. These look really good. If you're not starting to feel that heat and warmth, I'll have to kind of check in and see what you're doing. But that should really warm you guys up. All right. So we're going to add on from there. And again, these are all options. But we're going to work on some different handstand variations. So I'm going to show you what you can do. So you can, if you have a wall by you, you can always go up on a wall if you want to. Some options though. So handstands is a shifting into the upper body. We're literally trying to be in a plank with our palms. One second. Good boy. Good boy. Sit. Sit down. Okay. shift the weight into our shoulders. So you can start here, and then if you want, you might start adding a little hop. When you hop, kick your heels to your butt. You're rocking, rocking. Maybe you hop, take the legs up. If you want to try one leg at a time, it's down dog, one foot steps in, the other lifts. I'm going to shift and take a little hop off my bottom foot. And if you don't want to do any of those options, feel free to just plank, pause. I am going to give everyone maybe 3 minutes. So play around. If there's something else you want to work with, you can totally do that. And the people I can see, I'll just kind of monitor what's happening with them. So go ahead, any handstands. Again, if you have a wall, if you're in a bedroom or the living room, it's a great opportunity to kick up against the wall. So a couple minutes here, just having some fun. Nice, Chelsea. So oh, there we go. So when you're doing handstands, what you're trying to do is get your hips to then shift over your shoulders, right? And we want to do that without banana back, so without just arching like this. So we want to do that hollow body position and then just try and rock the whole weight forward. Sounds so easy when you talk about it, but we know it's a whole different story. Once you get up, if you're against the wall, feel free to try and hold, 5, 10 breaths. Trying to feel that hollow body position once you get there. If you're kicking, maybe you've resorted over to child's pose, which is fine too. We'll take another 30 seconds or so. Keep practicing. Remember, this hour is your time to have fun. So I want to make sure that's happening. No stress here. Very nice, guys. All right. So we're going to move on. So if you were doing some handstands, need a sip of water, go ahead and take it. We're all going to meet in downward facing dog though. Downward facing dog. All right. We're going to add on. Holmes has started to steal my mat. I'm going to take it back. All right. So go ahead and inhale your right leg up. Step it in between your hands, lowering your back foot to the ground for warrior one. Just for a breath here, you're going to inhale and reach the arms up. We're going to do humble warrior. So interlace your hands behind your back and pull your fists back and down. And as you exhale, bring your right shoulder inside your right knee. Lift your fist away from the body. And now in this position, you get a really good glance at your back leg. And I want you to firm your quad and tighten the muscles of the back leg. So lift the arch as you lift the fist. Good, one more breath here. Release your grip. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. And as you exhale, single leg Tadasana. So you're going to shift into your right leg and lift your left leg to 90 degrees. Flex your left foot. Moving into airplane pose. Your left leg and arms are going to reach back, tip forward, flex your back foot, squeeze your arms together so your shoulders are working. Just a tiny bend in that front knee. Draw your belly away from the ground. We'll hold for 3. Your release is standing splits in 2. Slowly, hands to the ground as your back leg lifts. Now notice here, I don't want to turn my hips open. So both hip bones pointing to the ground. Only lift your left leg as high as you can without cheating. If you want, you can wrap your right hand around your calf. Bring your forehead towards your knee. Now both hands to the ground. This is called the Jiva squat. You're going to bend both knees. Tap your left shin to the ground. Inhale, extend. Bend and touch. Extend one more. Now, keep your right hand down, fingertips. We're going to move to half moon. Rotate your left hip on top of your right. Bring your left hand to your hip. And now maybe bring your left arm up to the ceiling as you try and turn your gaze more to the left. We'll hold here for 3. Energize your back leg. Now, your release is back to standing. So pull your left knee into center. Stand all the way up. Lift your left thigh up. And now extend it. We'll hold for 3. Stay with me. 2. And both hands and feet down to the ground. Step back. Downward facing dog. Hopefully you stuck with me for all that. I know there was a lot going on. Inhale your left leg up. Step it forward, low lunge. Back foot to the ground now. Inhale, rise, warrior 1. Bring your hands behind you. And whatever grip you did last time, the comfortable grip, switch that, do the other. Pull your fist back. Exhale, humble warrior. Left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. Firm your back thigh. Pull the fist up, even squeezing your palms together. Now release your hands, rise up. We're going into a single leg standing position. Arms will come by your sides as you draw your knee to 90 degrees. A lot of 90s here in yoga. From here, airplane. Hinge forward, take your right foot and reach it to the back. Squeeze your palms like you're squeezing a ball together. Reach your heel back. Hold for 3, 2, slow release to standing splits. You're going to internally rotate, so rotate your back thigh down and don't just try and lift it, opening up the hips. So lift with strength. Jiva squat. Bend both knees, tap your right thigh bones, lift, drop in, lift, one more, and we'll set up for half moon. I know your leg might be burning. Left fingertips down, rotate your right hip on your left, right hand to the right hip, and now maybe reach your right fingertip up. The gaze is last. That's the last bit of challenge here. Last 3, 2. We're back to standing. Come through center. Draw your knee up. Extend it forward. We'll hold for 3, 2, and 1. Whew, release. All right, inhale, reach your arms up. Fold forward, separate your feet, hip distance apart. And we'll stand on the hands for Padahastasana. So step all the way on your hands and pull yourself forward into the fold. Keep your belly engaged. Flex the muscles in the thighs. And just listen to the sound of your own breath here. We'll release the hands. One more chest opener. Interlace your hands behind your back and lift the fist up to the ceiling. Maybe over the head. Keep the shoulders away from the ears though, so you're not just collapsing. Good, release that, and we'll inhale, rise all the way up. I want you to take a step out to the right now. Couple more standing postures. So from here, I want you to turn your right foot to the right, getting set up for warrior two pose. Reach your arms out. And now we'll straighten the front leg, triangle pose, just a small bend in that front leg. Move your hips to the left, right arm down, left arm up. Gaze up. And you can add on, take your arm over your head, work that flexibility by straightening that left arm with strength. Push down to rise all the way up. Turn your feet to the left, warrior two. Muscles of the arms flex. Straighten the front leg. Hips to the right. Left arm down, right arm up. Gaze up, maybe reach over. The goal is to breathe in and out through the nose, even in these poses that are challenging or cause discomfort. Inhale, rise. Turn both feet straight. Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold, arms out to the side, fold forward. Grab your ankles or hands to the ground, pulling yourself down. Inhale halfway up. You're going to take a deep bend into your right knee. Let your left toes come up. It's called a Cossack squat. You can either hold here, bring your hands to your heart. You can open the arms up. Just one more breath. And our next pose is half pigeon, so a little different than usual. So you're going to rotate now to your right. Make sure you rotate your back foot. And now I'm just going to lower my right shin to the ground. Left leg extends. Inhale to lift the chest up. And exhale, fold over your shin. Maybe now close the eyes as we gaze inward, focusing on sensation. Last three here. Come up to your hands. The fun part will be the transition. So Just be careful. So you want to make sure your knees, feet, ankles all move together. We're switching over. First we have that Cossack squat here. So deep bend into the front leg, hands to the heart, extend the arm. And now we're going to change to half pigeon. Rotate left. Left shin lowers. Right leg goes back. Lift the chest. Oh, sweet release of that hip, the glute. Well deserved. Especially if you did the workout yesterday. So necessary. Press onto your hands. And then we're just gonna shift forward till we're seated, coming into a wide-legged straddle position on your mat. All right, from here I'm gonna have you inhale, reach your arms up, turn to your right, fold over your right leg, any amount you can. Inhale and rise up, turning to your left now, fold forward. Rise all the way up. Take both legs straight in front of you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. One more breath. Inhale, rise up, and then slowly lower onto your back. Bring your right knee in, give it a hug. Twist to your left. Back to center. Take your left knee in. Squeeze and twist. Onto your back once more. Let's do happy baby before we finish. See if you feel a little bit different than an hour ago when we first started. Rock a bit side to side. If you wanted to here, you could get in one more cloud pose. So taking the feet over your head should feel a little bit better. And it's your call. Last minute here, happy baby, plow pose, anything else before I give you a few moments to rest in that Shavasana final rest. So take what you need. If you're ready for Shavasana, you can start to make your way all the way on your back. Shavasana is a final rest. So anything you need to do to get comfortable here, take up space on your mat, arms out to the sides, some space in between your legs. Now take a deep inhale through your nose and just sigh it out. Exhale, let it go. Allowing yourself this time right now. Take one more deep inhale here. And again, big side out, big breath. If you have some time and you want to relax here, feel free. If you'd like to get moving, slowly begin to move your fingers and toes, your wrists and your ankles. Take a full body stretch. Bend your knees, roll over. When you're ready, press up to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands together at your heart, close the eyes. We'll take one breath together. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Thumbs to third eye center, honoring yourself for taking space and time. And bowing forward, namaste. Great job, you guys. Again, thanks for being here. If you have any feedback, comments, or requests, feel free to type them in the chat box. I did put my email there. If you know anyone interested in classes, I'll give them their first class free. So you can send them to my email with their first, last name, and email. If you have any questions, again, you know how to reach me. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you later.
Bye.
Bye.